Hey, True Believers England team here, and we got another news day. Unfortunately, I don't know. It's bad and good, because not only did I want to, I was going to talk about, of course, the layoffs like we have on the, or we were. Hi, Professor.
Howdy.
I also wanted to juxtapose. I wanted to talk about how, it's two different states. I'm in Florida. We have Disney World, same as Professor. As a matter of fact, you work out there.
In the area, yeah.
Yeah, and I frequently pee in public there. But we noticed that there's a huge difference between what's going on in California and what's going on here, as California is laying off more people. I just got a story that there's a whole bunch of layoffs in security personnel. It's getting ridiculous out there.
I've been keeping like a soft eye out there. I haven't paid too much attention, but I have heard week after week it seems like they're laying off more and more people. It's just that because they can't open. And I heard recently that the governor is actively pushing against them reopening.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, of course, once again, I didn't read the story. My wife occasionally says, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're laying off more people." And so, what gets me about this is it seems like he's doing it. At one point in time, she said he was doing it because of the pushback. Like people were mad at him, therefore will stay closed longer.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Seriously, open the goddamn park. Let people go to work. Your message. I said when all this began, the whole reaction is actually going to do more damage than the actual disease. Now, of course, there's 200,000 people that would tell me I'm wrong. But we also have to think about it as a nation. Now, I don't want any of my family to fall to this, but there are things that we do that is dangerous. Driving is dangerous. If, we get in the car all the time knowing that certain amount of people are going to die that day driving, we could change the speed limit to 20 or 30 miles an hour and drop that number drastically, but we won't. As a matter of fact, people will laugh at the fact that I just compared driving and the coronavirus. Point being is that in life you always assess a certain risk.
Yeah.
And this is messing up. It's getting to the time where you're just doing more damage to the state than the actual virus.
If we compare it, because we've been having layoffs here too, but nowhere near as drastic as the layoffs there. And it's mostly an entertainment that we have, but for hotels which aren't fully open yet and things they just can't do. But over there, they are just firing people left, right, and center. Because they have to, because they keeping those doors closed is damaging the park, and pretty soon, who's going to be left?
Yeah, it says the Service Trades Council Union released a statement on Disney's plans to lay off 14,156 more cast members. It's getting ridiculous out there. It really is. On the upside of all things, we're experiencing a few different things. As a matter of fact, I just read that Winter Summerland is going to be open. So that's over at Norway in Epcot, and it opened November 6th. With the currently operating Fantasia Gardens closing on November 5th. So I'm looking forward to that.
Trying to think the last time I went mini golfing in Winter Summerland.
Winter Summer, yeah. I don't know why I looked at the thing and I said normally it's the golf thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. So there you go. That's one more thing. Sometimes I do that. I think about something, but I say something else, and I end up sounding like a big ass idiot. But yeah,
you confused me a moment because
we're getting the you know I do that all the damn time.
Yeah, occasionally.
Fantasia Gardens is going to open on January 31st, so we're getting those back. Let's see, Miami Dolphins cleared to go full capacity at their 6,500 capacity stadium, and then get this, theme parks to follow. Despite DeSantis lifting restrictions in late September, it wasn't clear how mass gatherings at stadiums and other large venues would be handled. In a tweet by Fox Sports 640 host Andy Slater, he was told by a state spokesman that the Miami Dolphins were clear to host 65,000 fans at their Hard Rock stadiums, and other stadiums can do the same. The Dolphins had said they will continue with their reduced capacity of 13,000 for their next game, however. This would appear also to clear the way for Central Florida's theme parks to increase their capacity without any limitations imposed by the state. Disney will, of course, continue a cautious phased reopening, but has already increased numbers at Walt Disney World since reopening. And yes, me and Gail went to Epcot, and we were complaining. Yes, oh my gosh, I can't believe all of the people here. Oh, we're so used to no people here. So yeah, a little disappointment in that.
People are starting to come back.
Yeah. I gotta say, and I'm a bit. I am a bit. What you call it? Spoiled. Hello to Robert, and hello to Jim Sorensen. By the way, how y'all doing today? I see they're in the audience. I did not share out this. I realized I started without sharing out, so it's you and I. But
I tweeted and sent it into the England team.
At least some people got the heads up. But yeah, I gotta say, to me, it is a double-edged sword. We need to get people back in the parks to get jobs back. We're of course hoping that Gail's job doesn't go away at Universal. She loves that job, wants to go back. But I hear they're picking up now because they decided, since they couldn't do Halloween Horror Nights, what they did was they put up 2 permanent horror. I was about to say horror houses. That would just sound weird. Spook houses.
This is the Disney Channel England.
Yeah, right. But yeah, they decided to put up a couple of permanent, and that way people could come and experience some Halloween stuff. And it's much the same way they're doing the food festival, how they had a lot of food festival booths already open in July. I think it's a smart idea. People seem to be just flocking. Weekends are crazy at the theme parks these days.
I mean, I still want to try those attractions. I might get a chance to coming soon, but I'm not sure about that yet.
Take a camera.
I'll see what I can do. But I understand it. I mean, they couldn't do a full-scale event, even though over at Busch Gardens, they are still doing the, what's it called?
Howl-O-Scream.
The Howl-O-Scream. They're still doing that full force.
Yeah,
apparently.
Even they've opened earlier than normal to spread it out a little bit, and I think that's the way to go. So
yeah,
we're gonna go this next week. We're gonna go to Universal, and there's a couple of things I haven't done that I would love to do. I want to make it a point to go on Hagrid's. Haven't been on that yet, and apparently they've opened Wimpy's. Yeah, I want to go to Wimpy's. I've never had. I haven't. Well, I have, but it's been like 2 decades almost since I was able to. Wimpy's has. It's a burger shop.
Yeah, it's
always closed. Yeah,
it's always shut down. They're really opening it again.
Yeah, on weekends they are. I don't know if it is for weekdays. Fingers crossed, but I have a feeling. I would go there just because I haven't been in like 2 decades. You know, when it first opened, the employees were able to grab while they were testing everything. The employees would grab coupons or waivers, I should say, that you could take up to to the table, and they would give you whatever, you get it for free. But what it was is they were getting practice. All the team members were getting practice. So we used to go in and, oh no, I tried this, I tried that. You know, everybody was hoping to get the Jurassic Park barbecue shack because you know, they weren't handing out, or it was really hard to get Mythos or Confiscos at the time. Yeah, but I grabbed myself a Wimpy's waiver, had a hamburger. It's theme park hamburger, but sometimes they have decent toppings and stuff on it to make it a little bit better.
I mean,
still,
it's just, wow, it's open. It's always been closed since I've been going, and I'm thinking just over 2 decades old. So
my thinking is, if it's better than the comic strip cafe, which is, in my opinion, is one of the worst. I think Blondie's would probably be the worst of all the fast food joints in Universal. I don't know how well you've made your rounds as far as the restaurants are at Universal Studios.
When they had a meal plan that was far more accessible, I used to go all the time. Sorry, 1 second. I
don't want to let people know you're not wearing pants.
Yeah, that's it. I used to go all the time, and we'd basically go around the park. We'd do a couple rides, but we'd pick up food at every spot, and it was a good deal. I mean, we left the day feeling full. So
yeah, I know what you're talking about. We did that also. It's one of those where you can, like, every other hour you could get, or every hour you could get a different. Yeah, we do that at SeaWorld now. We'll pay the $37, me and Gail, and we'll get the little wristband. You go up and go, hey, here's my food. Give it to me for free, and you know, like you wouldn't have to pay it then. But we made it so, because we're old, we'll get one to share at every restaurant, and we'll just sit down, maybe and try something, and then we'll go do something, and then come in back and try. It's really good for the heat. That's at SeaWorld though. Like if we're out there during summertime and it's about 50 gajillion degrees in the shade, we always think, okay, it's pretty good for the old farts. You know, you do your attraction. Oh, look, there's a restaurant. Let's go have a seat, have a drink. And generally we'll get whatever special they have just to try it, so we could talk about it and everything. It works out. It works out. But yeah. It looks like one thing I do appreciate here is Disney does have the right to open up. As a matter of fact, all companies do, but they're taking responsibility. They're saying, we're going to see how it goes. You know, they're not just, woohoo, let's open up, let's check it out. They want to make sure that everything is actually going to be safe before moving on. I mean, I can respect that.
I can respect that. But at the same time, Universal has been blowing them out of the water.
Universal is the leader, yes.
Yeah. They basically took complete control because they opened up first. And then even after that, I think it was close to a month before Disney announced that we're reopening soon. But over in California, even Universal's closed. Everywhere's closed in California. Doesn't matter where you can turn the corner. It doesn't matter. It's closed. So...
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Go on ahead.
I was basically done. All
right. Here's something I want to talk about too, because me and Gail actually experienced something like this. We're talking about the lines that you could see out at Disney now, and they put this up. The line for Splash Mountain was headed to a whole other land in Disney World today. Now this right here, their main picture is Little Mermaid, and they're actually at Hollywood Studios, because this does happen. I mean, this is right here by the Outpost and Pecos Bill. You see the end of the line for Splash Mountain. And they're right. They're not too far away from Adventureland at this point. But here's the thing. We were talking about it as we were passing by Frozen in the Norway pavilion at Epcot. We were like, oh my gosh, look at that line. And I'm like, it's probably only about 30 minutes. Yeah, because you got to space people out every 6 feet now. But yeah, that is something. I mean, and I feel sorry for these people who have to stand outside holding a sign with a mask and a helmet on.
Oh, that'd be hell.
Yeah.
But no, it has to be more than 30 minutes, even with the space.
So this is 70 minutes.
Oh, it said 70 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, because they have one of the longest queues ever.
Yeah, that's true. For Splash Mountain, that is a very long.
You're going up and around and all over the place.
You go upstairs, around the mill, around. Yeah, there's so much in that freaking line. Hello, and good to see you too, Tahilium. How do you do?
Like when they expanded the line for Haunted Mansion, it did make it a little bit longer, but they added all the play stuff, so it was a fair and balanced system. But it still is not as long as it feels to walk that Splash Mountain queue. It's just too long. Even when they cut it down with ropes, try to speed things up, I swear I feel like I've lost my wind. Yeah.
There's been an update to the free water policy at Disney Magic Kingdom. It should be, you want water? Get it. Walt Disney World has changed the way we experience dining by encouraging mobile ordering and adding more table service restaurants to the virtual waiting list. Yeah, I've experienced this. We went to Germany and the what was it? I just posted a review of it. It was the other one, Liberty Tree Tavern. And as we're walking in, they're like, "Oh, you gotta fill out a waiting line. Like you got to put yourself in a queue. So no matter what, you have to make a reservation now. We used to be able to walk up and go, 2 walk-in, please, and they would let us in. If they, a party of 2, easy to seat. So it was easy peasy. Sorry, I'm also waiting on a pizza.
Yeah, he's just watching his pizza come in. He started the stream and said, "So here's how it works. We're going to stream.
We're going to do this until the pizza comes." It says the changes have been implemented to adhere to the new health and safety guidelines. Virtual queues help reduce guest crowding in tight spaces while they wait for their food. As crowd increase at the theme parks, Disney has continued to adjust the guidelines a bit. So one of the best tips Disney fans will offer is that you can get a free cup of water at most quick service restaurants. It was a particularly sweltering day today, so we headed to Cosmic Rays due to its popularity. The cast member told us the Cosmic Rays isn't offering free water at the moment and is only doing mobile ordering. And we were sent to Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies for water instead. We've also heard reports of guests being sent to other less busy locations.
Wow. So they're just not offering...
Well, I'll tell you what, they should make sure they've got more of these water bottle filling stations.
Yeah, because that's ridiculous. If they're expecting me to pick up water at the gift shop there, quite mistaken.
Yep. Something else, we were talking about all the closings and such. We've got a Frozen Ever After closing that's coming up as well. I know that's not, this is something you don't care about. You're not a Frozen Ever After fan. I think even if you're older anyway, even if you like Frozen a little bit like myself, you probably still want the Maelstrom instead. But it says Frozen Ever After in World Showcase will be closed for refurbishment in early November. It doesn't say too much. It's just getting refurbished, probably a new coat of paint. That's it. I doubt that they're going to work on the freaking pulleys, so when you go up a hill, your teeth don't shake out of your head.
because what they basically did was rip out everything old and they put in new animatronics and things, and they left the
it's a
track the
paint
same.
job. Yeah, it's a paint job. Everything is exactly the same as Maelstrom, except for now it's frozen. And
I think the word you look for now, except now it sucks. And now it sucks. That's what
I wouldn't go so far to say suck. I don't think it sucks. You and I have different opinions on that. But
I feel like the old man right now. It was better when it was like that.
Maybe that is true. Maybe you are the old man. So another opening is the ABC commissary in Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is the hardest reservation to get because of Star Wars Land now, and I get it's good that they're opening up everything because people complain that not everything is open. Therefore, what is open is congested. And also people aren't getting on Rise of the Resistance, and it's bullcrap. They should just make a line. I've heard a lot of people pissed off at that virtual queue.
Yeah, because the virtual queue, it is good, but at the same time, you need to have it's basically like Fast Pass.
Yeah, except it's the whole queue, and the tickets are gone in a minute or less.
Yeah, so I remember going to cast preview not too long ago, and it was open, but the group I was with outvoted me, and we went to ride.
So here's the thing: I gotta talk about this mobile ordering thing because I've done this a couple of times. You do this mobile ordering. You've got the My App, and you go, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this, and you go up. And you stand in a freaking line if more than just you has ordered. And it ends up being exactly the same experience as going up, paying, and getting your stuff, except for you're not dealing with a person, or you're not dealing with a checkout person. You're just dealing with the person who gives you your food. It's the exact same experience because you're still waiting in line to get your food. My thinking is we're putting someone out of work here. Eventually, we're putting somebody out of work. I think this is Disney getting us used to the idea that we're not going to have cashiers at our restaurants anymore. I think this is more, I know I'm putting on my tinfoil hat, but I think this is more insidious than we think, because once we're used to using the phones, they can fire all the cashiers. We just get our stuff. Disney saves money on a permanent basis. But they did open the ABC commissary. Here are the photos from it. Gail does this at there's a person sitting there getting drinks for people. Gail does this at the Earl's Sandwich. But there's supposed to be a menu as well. Here it is. Curry rice bowl with shrimp, chicken club, buffalo chicken grilled cheese. Ooh, that sounds good. Mediterranean salad, pork carnita tacos. This is not a new menu, guys. This is an older menu that they're redoing. I used to get this curry rice bowl all the time, and I remember the buffalo cheese grilled cheese.
That looks good. I was going to say, you're right. The coronavirus has basically opened them up for, let's test how this works, because they did it with Mulan. And now they're doing it with this. Again, Universal beats Disney once more, because I've done the mobile ordering there. And what they do is you go in a restaurant. I'm trying to remember the name of the pizza place, but I can't. You go in, sit down, and you mobile order, but someone brings you your food at your table. They have it so much more in order. It's Disney. Just, I don't know. In between the two, I've enjoyed my time at Universal more than I have at Disney during this whole thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been back, so I can't really say. I haven't been to Universal. I'm looking forward to it, but so far, nada.
Why not?
God forbids.
God did not forbid. You can't blame
God. Here's something else I'm gonna complain about, because there's another opening. Like I said, with all the closings and such going on over in California, we've got opening stuff all over the place. Oh, and hello to Maranya. Disney needs to have more of those filling stations for water. Otherwise, they might get in trouble when people who can't afford a $10 bottle of water collapse due to hydration. Exactly. They need to make water readily available. How are they opening more places while continuing to lay off workers? That is counterintuitive. You need the people. A lot of the layoffs are in California, but the ones over here are in places like the hotels, because people aren't going there. They just laid off a whole bunch of security. That's one of those things where a lot of backstage stuff, basically. They don't need as many security guards because there's not as many people coming to the park. So you're getting people like that who are being fired and laid off. That's basically why, and who's going. I mean, you know, say what you will about the crappy paid hourly employees, but there is a bit of job security knowing that every ride needs a certain amount of people to run it. We'll check out front. Layoffs equal more money for Bob Chapek. Yeah, and that's one thing that really ticked us off. We talked about it last news cycle, was the fact that they're laying people off, but they're allowing the CEOs to get their before COVID pay. So I don't know. I'm about to sneeze, so let me mute the.
While he's sneezing, I will take a second to say hello.
No, but finally I get to talk. You shut up. All right, yeah. I know what you're really saying. All righty. Okay, so here's just to show that what we got, the Chocolate Studio opening tomorrow at or by now, I guess it's the 8th. Yeah, it was opening tomorrow on Friday.
I guess so.
Chocolate Studio is part of the Food and Wine Festival. I don't know if this is supposed to be a weekend only. I know the Alps is, but it's got some really good stuff. The dark chocolate raspberry tart, pumpkin spice chai. We've basically had everything here. Unfortunately, they don't have food pictures.
Well, they had one. Just one.
Yeah.
I've been there once too at that station. I'm pretty sure it's a repeat. So.
Oh, it is. It is. I always get the pumpkin, the chocolate chai, the pumpkin chocolate chai. But here's another thing that the fat boy's going to want to talk about, and that's Chefs de France is open. The French restaurant. It's pretty good. The last time we went, we were talking about this. The last time we went was when they had released Ratatouille. And they had this little Remy robot going around. I told Gail, this is it. We're getting that charcuterie board. I've heard nothing but good things right there. So there is Chefs de France made the decision to implement a new price fix menu. You know what? I don't think it's just for this. I think this is the way Disney restaurants are going to go, because it's an automatic this much. You can't just go in for appetizers anymore. Hey, that will kill me. Oh, no. Right here, gang. How would you like some French onion soup? This is their beef bourguignon. I can never say that right. Get rid of those pearl onions and we're talking.
It does look good.
And this is what I told Gail I wanted. It's filet de beef grill. It's just a grilled steak with... French does their sauces, man. French does the sausage. Sauces. Gosh darn it, I cannot talk. Thank goodness I don't do it for a living.
No,
it's good though, Maranya. I'm telling you. Not only is it pumpkin and chocolate, it's also chai. So it all mixed together in some weird concoction.
I agree, but that's because I don't want anything with pumpkin.
Yeah, you don't like pumpkin.
You got pumpkin in my chocolate.
You got chocolate in my pumpkin. Ooh. Yeah.
There's going to be no ooh. It's going to be ill for me, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All righty. I think we're scraping the barrel for news at this point anyway. Oh, and Chef Mickey's is open. By the way, I did a review on this channel of Chef Mickey's. And wait, no, was it this channel or my blog? I used to have a blog that I actually typed out. Oh, and we went to this and blah, blah, blah. And my thoughts matter because I'm a narcissist. It was, which is basically what leads somebody to do a YouTube channel. Now, I went to Chef Mickey's, and I got to say the excitement is there. Kids love this thing. When it was open, it was packed and everything. It's a great way to meet the Fab Five. That's, for those of you who don't know, that's Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. They started adding another because they figure, well, why not add Daisy as well? So sometimes she shows up to the Fab Five parties, but usually Donald goes as a bachelor. But it was exciting. I got to admit the atmosphere was wild. If we brought my nephew when he was a young kid, and he loved it. It was really cool. We got pictures with all the characters. It was a lot of fun. The food was crap. The food was horrible.
Yeah, I remember going when I was younger too. So the food sucked. Otherwise, I would be able to remember it.
Yeah, it was. I actually said for $9.99, unless you're here for the characters, for $9.99 and maybe $10 for the whole family and an Uber or a cab, you could drive out to the Golden Corral that's outside Disney property and have the exact same food. Otherwise, you're spending $35 to $40, and it's ridiculous.
How are they doing the characters though? Is like character dining just completely open? Now they're if they do the characters, and I heard that some character meals are having limited character exposure. I know Beauty and the Beast, the VR guest does that. They'll just have the character come out, do their little wave, let people take pictures, and then they go off. It's not like the kids can run up to the characters anymore. Once again, my childhood was better than yours. It's horrible that I don't know. I'm one of those people. I just, let's open up. Let's be people again. Let's get back in business.
I think we're going to see if I don't want to get too political, but we all see it coming. If one party wins, I think people are going to lighten up because they don't want to scare America anymore. If the other one wins, then I think we're going to see it for 4 more years. But in 5 years, then we'll be able to relax and enjoy the parks the way we used to. And now, Donald, Daisy have a modern, open relationship. Besides, it's a bit awkward for her to be there when Goofy is too. I'll leave it at that. Okay, Maranya is apparently suggesting that Daisy's having an affair with Goofy. Okay.
What?
I think that's a great way to place to leave off.
Yeah, I'm not going to even question it. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to know where she got this information, but
I don't think we need to. Disney Hollywood Studios Ronto Roser and Pizza Russo to reduce operating hours. Ronto Roasters and Pizza Rizzo is to reduce operating hours, while Backlot Express increases. Wow. Okay. That's a weird thing because, well, I can understand Pizza Rizzo, but I thought people liked the Ronto Roasters. Anyway, gang, we're going to close out on that. Why? Pizza's here. All right, so you guys have a great time. Thank you very much for hanging out while we talk about some Disney news. Thank you very much to Maranya, to Hilliam, Jim, Robert for joining us in the comments, except for somebody dropped off. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Remember, have a zippity-doo-dah day.
And we'll see you real soon.